A very good Thursday morning to everyone out there. Happy Baby Friday. We made it here close to the end of the work week. Landon here with you to bring you your weather and night forecast courtesy of On Target. Going to be seeing similar conditions to what we've experienced here over the past few days. That's the good news. We are going to be a little bit warmer, a touch more on the humidity side of things as well. But as we work into Friday and on into the weekend, folks, we're going to continue to see the heat and humidity rise across the region. We can get a look here across the continental U.S. We've got this area of high pressure continuing to be located to our north. This is going to slide out to the east, and as it does so, it's going to be bringing winds here out of the north and east. They're going to be a little bit lighter than what we've been over the past few days, but we'll keep things rather comfortable for us here across the Wobbles community and beyond. Let's get a look across the region, shall we? The B.H. James Distiller Skycam, located down in Adairville. Still see the moon located there. It's going away and fading rather quickly, but we are underneath clear skies for the most part early this morning. Beech Tree News Skycam, even a clear picture, painting the skies up looking over Morgantown. We're going to be dealing with partly to mostly sunny skies again today, folks. Again, rather similar to what we've been dealing with so far throughout the bulk of this work week. We are taking a look here at the latest conditions, and it is rather comfortable this morning, and no complaining allowed. Temperatures hovering down anywhere between the low and mid 50s. Over in Butler County, 49.7 degrees. A little bit of chill in the air over in the flats of Woodbury. Dew points right there in the upper 40s as well, folks. It's a tremendous day to get out there in the early part of the day with a cup of coffee, soak in the beautiful conditions on your front porch or on the back deck, taking in those nice temperature and dew point readings. Again, taking a look here, folks, high pressure to our north will keep the winds light out of that same direction. That is good news for us as we work throughout the day, but after today, we see the flip of the switch with the warming trend that's not just going to take us throughout tomorrow and throughout the weekend. This is going to be continuing into at least the early, if not the middle part of next week, all right? Here's a look at the latest model guidance. High pressure to our north this morning is going to slowly but surely slide down here and become locked right over the spine of the Appalachian Mountains. This is going to be turning our winds out of the south as we work throughout the overnight. And we get into our Friday, as you can see here. And watch for the prolonged period, folks, where this area of surface high pressure locates itself. It's really not going to be budging too much. It's going to be anywhere off the eastern seaboard and right along the Appalachian Mountains here for the foreseeable future. That is going to continue to pump in this warm, moist air out of the Gulf of Mexico all the way through the weekend, all the way through the early and perhaps even middle part of next week, with this expanding upper level ridge really bringing in the heat and humidity during this time frame. Folks, as we roll into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, we're talking about real-time readings on the thermometers right around the mid to perhaps upper 90s. Dew points coming back up around the 70-degree mark. It looks like triple-digit heat indices could be a guarantee, all right? So here we are progressing through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Look at that thing, folks. That high pressure is just locked in and is poured a foundation of cement that's not going to be letting it go anywhere, is what it would appear like. As we work late into the work week, you can see some of these approaching disturbances out of the north and west. We'll have to remain to see what's going to unfold here, folks, but here's a look at the surface map on Friday morning of next week. So we're over a week out. Take this with a grain of salt. But guidance is finally hinting at this large upper level expanding ridge in the upper levels of the atmosphere breaking down, allowing for this cold front to sweep through here with a trough approaching out of the north and west. With high pressure still setting up shop over the Appalachians, deep southerly flow, the warm moist air becoming present, the cold front will provide the needed lift out there. We could finally get in on some more significant rain and storm chances late in the work week of next week and on into the weekend to follow. That remains to be seen. With this expanding upper level ridge, we could see a typical summer-like pattern on Monday and Tuesday afternoon where we have a few spotty showers and maybe a few storms develop. but any form of significant rain chances looks to hold off till over a week from today. And yes, we could see some drought conditions unfolding as a result. All right, here's a look at our cloud cover and what we're going to be dealing with here in the short-term period. Going to be similar to what we've been dealing with. Healthy mix of sun and clouds. Northwest flow is going to continue to bring some of the cloud cover sliding south and east through the region. That'll be valid today. Here we are looking at Friday with even more cloud cover anticipated, and then lasting on into the start of the weekend as well. Here we are working into the lunchtime hours of Saturday. So partly sunny skies appear to be lingering here over the next 72 hours or so. So that should help mitigate some of the heat as expected to come back in here as our warming trend continues to take over across the entire region. Not just the heat though. Unfortunately, folks, I can deal with the heat. It's the humidity that I just can't stand at times, all right? Turning summer into not one of my favorite seasons, to say the least. Today will be quite comfortable. We're going to edge up between the upper 50s to lower 60s this afternoon. A little bit more muggy than what we've been dealing with, but still comfortable considering that it's late August. Then we're going to work throughout our Friday. We're going to creep back up into the mid-60s at times, even a little bit more soupy. And then we get into the weekend, folks, and dew points hanging and lingering right around the low to mid-60s throughout. That is the good news, folks, on the warming trend of things. It doesn't look like that our dew points are going to be exceedingly excessive until we work into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, when we'll be back up near the 70-degree values, given the very warm and soupy feel throughout our atmosphere, right? With that upper level ridge taking over and with next to zilch in the rain forecast department, we are expected to have well above average temperatures as we progress into the early days in the middle part of next week. Folks, we've been given a 70% probability of seeing temperatures above average throughout this time frame. And you can take a look here. We can flip the switch on the precipitation forecast. Well above average in the below average in the rainfall department, all right? So folks, given the heat and given the dryness, this spells the opportunity at some drought conditions creeping back in here. Remains to be seen, but if we stay dry, as we roll into the early and the middle part of next week, some of those concerns are going to begin to rise here across the entire region. Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. Mostly sunny. Today with highs right around the lower 80s, it still should be quite nice and tolerable given that it is the 22nd of August. Partly to mostly sunny skies is going to be the name of the weather game for the foreseeable future. We crank highs up between the mid and upper 80s Friday, up to near the lower 90s Saturday into Sunday, and then mid 90s will be on the docket Monday into Tuesday and next week. Perhaps the upper 90s come Wednesday, with dew points supporting triple-digit heat indices as well. That's going to wrap up your Thursday morning Whether or Not forecast presented by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a phenomenal next to final day of the work week.